Hey everybody, Alonzo here with GulfCoastSmoke.com, and today we're putting 4 of the most popular Cajun seasonings against each other in a head-to-head battle. So a while back we did a stale cracker review of his Cajun Two-Step. That is our most popular video on our channel. We did another review of the Cajun Two Step Fire that turned out pretty good as well. And I've looked back at the comments on both of those videos, particularly the original one, because we still get a lot of comments on it. And people always ask us, how does it compare to Tony Chachere's or Slap Yo Mama or other Cajun seasonings out there? And that's exactly what we want to see today. How does it stack up against some of the most popular ones that we've seen here at our stores? So I went to Academy and picked out a few of the seasonings that I know you guys are going to be able to get your hands on. And today we're going to cook up some shrimp and we're going to see which one we like the best in the end. And this recipe is going to be super simple. We have 20 shrimp laid out. I put them on a skewer, and we're going to be using Slap Ya Mama, Cajun Two Step Fire, Holy Voodoo, and Tony Chachere's. Now, when I picked up these seasonings, I made sure to get the one with extra spice because that's the one that I liked. Now, the Meat Church Holy Voodoo, you might not think that they would put out a Cajun seasoning, but if you actually go to their website, this is described as a Cajun seasoning. I've seen him use this in crawfish boils. So we'll see how it stands up compared to the others, and we'll see if it tastes similar in any aspects. So first we'll use Slap Ya Mama. If you look at the screen here, I'll put the ingredients. If you need to pause, go ahead and pause now. These are extremely simple ingredients, and you guys know that I like the simple ingredients, so I'm pretty happy about this. Let's go ahead and sprinkle this over our shrimp up here. Get a good seasoning. And I'll tell you what, I can smell that from here. I actually have to back off a little bit. I like spice, but this smells like it's going to have a nice kick there. So we'll see how this turns out in the end. I got some cuts all over my fingers because I was running cable at work today. I do IT for my day job, and hopefully none of that spice gets in there. We're going to put this all over, and that's looking really good. So we got a nice, beautiful red color there. I can smell, I don't know exactly what I'm smelling, but I can smell it. It's pretty strong. Like I said, I think that that's going to be pretty spicy, and it smells delicious. So if you look at the color, it looks really good from here. I can smell it. It is very potent. It has those simple ingredients, but whatever's in there, I could tell you it does smell spicy. I'm extremely excited to try this one. Now on to the Cajun Two Step Fire. If you guys look at these ingredients, there's definitely some more ingredients in this one than in the Slap Ya Mama. Keep in mind, this does have MSG in it. If you guys don't like MSG, you might not want to look at this one. It doesn't bother us, but just something that I like pointing out to you guys every single time we're talking about seasonings. I'm going to start here, and we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to season all over these shrimps. Now, right off the bat, I can definitely see a difference in the color here. This is a more darker red over here, and this is a little more orange. So I can still smell the spice from the Slap Ya Mama, and I definitely don't get as much from the Cajun Two Step Fire, but I've had the fire before, and I know it has a nice little spice to it. Next up is Meat Church Holy Voodoo, and if you look at the ingredients here, you'll see sugar and brown sugar are pretty high up on the list, so I do think this is going to taste a little bit sweeter. I have had Voodoo before, but I'm not going to lie to you, it's been a very long time. I don't exactly remember how it tastes, but I know that it's good, so let's see how it stacks up to the rest of these. Another seasoning that just looks completely different from the first two. This one, you can see that sugar, that brown sugar in there. That's why this is a lot lighter, and it is brown. Let's flip it over, get the other side. I'm not smelling too many spicy notes from this one, but I know there's dehydrated jalapeno in there, and that does bring a pretty decent kick. And last but not least, Tony Chachere's More Spice Creole Seasoning. This here also has some pretty simple ingredients, which I love, and this is MSG free. Again, if you guys worry about that or you don't like MSG, just keep that in mind. Let's start here on the back. And the thing that I really like about all these seasonings is, to me, they all look different. So I bought all these because they're pretty commonly used around America. Well, at least I think so, right? I know about Tony Chachere's and all of these brands, but if you look at all of these seasonings, to me, every single one of them looks different, and that's really cool because I think that they're all supposed to be for the same type of food, and I'm really excited to try these here in a little bit. We're out at the Weber kettle. We're about to get half a chimney of lump charcoal nice and lit. We don't want it too hot for this shrimp, and they're not going to take long at all, so we don't want to have to use too much fuel if we don't need it. But before we go any further, I want to say thanks to Redneck Roach, and I'm not talking about my father-in-law, but he sent me out some of these nice fire starters, and I'll tell you what, we were just looking at them. We got some skulls here. We got a nice star. And of course, we got a nice Texas. If you guys are interested, give Redneck Roach a follow. Ask him about his fire starters. He did not ask me to talk about his fire starters. He just saw that I'd been using some other ones in my last videos and said, dude, I'm going to send you some real fire starters. You got to try these out. So we're going to use these today. Do we have matches or anything? Do we have matches? Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Dude.
Like barely.
Yeah, it's not even coming out. And about 5 minutes later, we are done with this shrimp. Shrimp cooks extremely fast. You do have to watch it. I put a little bit of butter on there for a little bit of extra flavor. It was causing some nice, beautiful flare-ups. I know there's going to be some great char and flavor on these shrimps. Now, real quick, I'm going to hit each of these with a little bit more seasoning right before I bite it because I want to get the full effect. I want to make sure that I could really, really taste that seasoning so we could compare these as best as possible. And like I've said before, this is not to choose one over the other because the others are bad. We know how much work it takes to put one of these seasonings on the shelves, and we respect and we really think that all of these are going to taste delicious. We just like to give you as much information as possible so you can make a good, educated decision on which one of these you might like moving forward. And now it's time for me to take off the glasses, pull up the Frozen themed sleep mask, and ask my wife to come up and give me a piece of this delicious shrimp. Oh, where's the tail? Okay, bite one of this shrimp. I'm gonna talk to you about how it tastes to me, if it's super spicy, if whatever I taste there, I'm gonna try and give you as much detail as possible. Okay, right off the bat, I'm getting a nice, delicious flavor. Definitely spicy, salty. Not overbearingly spicy at all, but it's definitely a really good... All right, I got some spice building now. It's not too bad, but I think that that's really good. The spice adds a great kick to it, and it's not so overpowering that it doesn't still taste good. I get salt, I get a little bit of pepper, and I get that nice Cajun flavor. If I had to guess, based off of what I smelled earlier, I'm thinking that that is Slap Your Mama, but please, I can ask my wife one more time, well, actually a few more times, to come up and hand me another shrimp. Gosh, sorry. Thank you. All right, so here is shrimp number 2. It's hard to coordinate because I can't see where she is, so sorry about that, but this is shrimp number 2. Let's take a quick bite. Okay. A lot saltier right off the bat. That is delicious. That right there, whatever that was, that right there is what I'm choosing so far out of the two because I get a nice salty flavor and a little bit more depth in the flavor. Overall, the first one was delicious. Man, you know what? I don't know because that spice on that first one was so good. The second one added that, man, that salty element. I was about to say sweet, but no, it added saltiness, and man, it was just overall delicious. Man, I know I just said number 2 first, but I don't know. They're both really, really good. Let's keep going. Let's hopefully rank these in the end. Shrimp number 3. That's Holy Voodoo. I guarantee it. I get a nice sweet flavor right off the bat. I get a little bit of that dehydrated jalapeno in the back, but I guarantee you, if I'm wrong, I just know I'm right. That's Voodoo because it tastes sweet right off the bat. That to me, man, that is truly delicious because I get that all around flavor. I get salty, I get sweet. I'm getting that kick in the back of my throat right now from that dehydrated jalapeno. It is not overbearing, just like any of them that I've had so far, but man, is it delicious. Okay, honest ranking, I think I'm gonna go so far. Damn, I can't even do it because they're all so good in their own different ways. Let's just eat the last one and let's see where we're at. Thank you. Okay, last and final shrimp. Let's see how it tastes. Wait, is that Voodoo? No, that's not Voodoo. That has a little bit of sweetness. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm taking off the blindfold. Give me just a second. Okay, I do not want my wife to tell me yet which one is which, but that last one threw me for a major loop because I almost felt like I tasted a little bit of sweetness, but I'm going with the number 3 had to have been Holy Voodoo. And I say that because I did get sweet pretty much right off the bat and then followed with some complex flavors in there. Overall, every single one of these, honestly, has a place in my kitchen. So I would say that the first one, whenever I'm looking for something spicy, maybe some Cajun chicken, maybe throw that in a crawfish boil, that would be delicious. I still don't know which one it was, but number 2, all around salty. I think that would go great on veggies, even something like eggs. I mean, that seems more like an all-purpose with a little bit of kick in the end. Number 3 was Voodoo, and that's going to be great on like chicken, pork, and then also you can use it for a Cajun cuisine. I think it's very well-rounded. And the last one, man, it was really good as well. I think on the last one and the second one, I'm thinking those are really, really good all-around seasonings. You can kind of use them on anything, and I think that overall, I'm going to have to go with, man, I'll tell you what, that second bite was so good. That salt was good. So I'm going to go number 2, number 3, number 1, and then number 4. So which one was that?
So number 1 was Cajun Two Step.
What? Really?
2 was Tony Chachere's.
Okay.
3 was Voodoo. 4 was Slap Your Mama.
Damn. I thought this one was so Cajun Two Step was actually spicier than the Slap Your Mama. Because I thought, so the first one you gave me was Cajun Two Step Fire. I am absolutely thrown for a loop. I was almost certain that the first one I had was Slap Your Mama. And the reason I thought that was because it was really spicy, but in a very good way. Now, we've had the fire before, but today was just probably adding that sprinkle on at the end helped enhance it, helped me realize exactly which one I liked. So I picked Tony Chachere's number 1, Voodoo number 2, Fire number 3, and Slap Ya Mama number 4. Now again, I promise you I am not just saying this to save face. Every single one of these is delicious, and I sincerely mean that. So Slap Ya Mama and Tony Chachere's, to me, are just really, really good all-around seasonings. And I think that, like I said, they're really salty. I like salty. Voodoo has that sweet element, which makes it really, really well-rounded. And then and then Fire, it brings that fire. I got that heat right on that shrimp when I was taking a bite, and I was extremely excited and happy to share these results with you because I was sincerely thrown for a loop. I thought I had it. In my head, I was like, I know exactly what I'm eating right now, but I was completely wrong. Try all of these out. The great thing about Tony Chachere's, Fire, and Slap Ya Mama is they are very inexpensive. I'm talking $2.49, $3.29, and then $5. You really can't beat the prices on those. There's no reason to not go out and try these. I got them at my local academy. Man, I'm talking a lot. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry about that. I typically don't talk this much in videos, but I'm really flabbergasted and I'm very happy with the results of this video. If you think that I don't like all of these, you're lying to yourself. I'm going to go smash the rest of them. My wife cannot have any. I'm just kidding. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.